One. Hey, this is CNG Gamer from the Smashlazers, and yeah, welcome to a new podcast approaches. We finally have an actual guest after like a few weeks, but yeah, we're back, and this is like my third time streaming to the channel, which is good. So I'll give it off to.
Hey, it's SpaceKing. As you can hear, I'm tired because I haven't been getting enough sleep because it's final season. So, if I don't sound as proactive as usual, it's because, I know that I'm kind of the guy that usually, takes a hold of the conversation and stuff, but might be a bit laid back today, so apologies for that. Anyways, I'll pass it on.
Hey everyone, it's Micro here, and not much to say on my part. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not as tired as Space, but I'm just kind of, I'm kind of iffy on a lot of things lately.
Yeah, it's great to have both of you guys here. And Micro, you've not joined us for a few months, but we're happy you're here.
Thank God.
Perfect. So, yeah, how was your week, guys? I know SpaceKing said that he had some finals and stuff, and yeah.
Admittedly, it's been kind of stressful on my part.
Yeah, we can have all of our stressful times, but if we just stay with our friends, talk and stuff, and just think about life, then yeah, it's good.
Life is pain, though.
Life is painful. Life can be good, but that's not really what we're here for today.
Okay.
So yeah, we have a lot of topics to talk about, a lot of good ones as well. Should we use your list, Micro, or I should use mine?
Well, if you wanted to get the stuff that's already been in mind, I mean, some of them are basically the same. So, if you want to start off with yours, it'd be fine. Then we'll go on to mine if you want to.
Honestly, I think it makes more sense if we just start from mine and then to yours.
Okay,
So first big news, E3. E3 finally confirmed Square Enix, Bandai Namco, and Sega, as well as other companies, like I think indie companies and AA companies, and yeah, a lot of people have been wanting these companies, especially Square Enix and Sega, and now they're actually confirmed. Some people are questioning like if Activision is going to be there or Sony. Well, we obviously know what Sony's doing, but not really Activision. But yeah, what do you guys think?
I don't think that Activision or Sony will be there, but I do think it'll be a decent enough discussion.
Yeah, a lot of YouTubers are making a bunch of videos about new about these companies, like what they could announce, like Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, which I doubt, and maybe a teaser for New Kingdom Hearts, which I also kind of doubt, but yeah. There was a video I actually...
It's going to happen eventually.
Yeah, it will happen eventually, of course, but just not E3. Something that I actually found on YouTube was a video talking about Sega with Nintendo, because almost every big company makes, like, other than Microsoft and Sony, of course, they make an exclusive game for Nintendo Switch. For instance, Square Enix made Octopath Traveler, but before it came onto PC and stuff. Or Bandai Namco co-developed Smash Ultimate, and also, if you want to count Pac-Man 99 or something. And then there's Sega, which they did not really do any Switch exclusives, such as they recently just did Persona 5 Strikers or Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD release with Dante. But that's coming out on another console, I think, as well. PS4, I think?
Yeah. And PC.
Okay, yeah. And then they also and they're about to release Shin Megami Tensei 5, which would possibly just come out next year or something. Only for Switch, but I feel like it's going to come to another console soon, like a different console, like maybe PC or PS4. But here's the issue I have: they make no other Switch exclusive games. Almost everyone else does, but not Sega for some reason. So I was thinking if we could actually get one, maybe.
I think that this E3 will be interesting because it's the first one since the start of the pandemic, so I imagine it might be a totally digital show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because of that, I do wonder how some of these companies who have done stage shows forever are going to transition to the digital environment. Like, Nintendo was ahead of the curve there by saying, like, these stage shows kind of suck. Let's just do a digital presentation. And people dogged them for it, and now everyone's doing it, literally.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I do agree the C3 is probably going to be a lot bigger, especially with a lot of other companies coming together, like Bandai Namco and Sega. But there's also something interesting I found out that pretty much almost everyone knew. There are like 5 days before June 12th for like content creators and people in the industry, like to get the news for everyone, while from June 12th to June 15th are for the public. So some people would know Nintendo news before June 12th, which can kind of be an issue for Nintendo and other companies if someone leaks it out. Yeah, it would be kind of an issue. Like, for instance, like if let's say there's a Kingdom Hearts teaser or something, HMK will just make a video saying there will be Kingdom Hearts at E3, and he's gonna just talk about it or something.
That's
something.
garbage.
Or Papa Gino just says, "Hey, there's a Smash reveal and at E3 or something. It's this character or something."
That's
But
how
hopefully,
it
like,
always is.
yeah. What?
Sorry. I was just saying
That's
that's how
okay.
it always is.
Yeah. But hopefully nothing leaks out. Except Samus Hunter, because that Twitter user just leaks a lot of stuff and apparently knows a lot of information and stuff. Yeah. Here's something I actually want to ask you guys, and also anyone watching the podcast. What do you guys think would be revealed at E3 from any company?
That's an interesting question, because I feel like this is interesting because you brought this specific company up earlier. I think that of all the companies that have lineups going into this year, the stuff that we can assume they're working on, I ironically think that Sega might be able to, air quotes, win this year.
Oh, that's
Why is
interesting.
that?
Please
And
elaborate if possible.
the reason I think that is because they have Sonic. There's going to be a new Sonic game, okay,
Sonic
and
Colors Ultimate.
as well as the remaster, right,
Yeah.
of Colors. So they have that, and they also have the sequel to Judgment, which was a pretty good game, and they also have presumably some other stuff they're working on, like maybe it's been a while, so maybe Valkyria Chronicles 5. I really, really liked the remaster of 1 and 4 as well. They made 4 in response to how well that the remaster did, so I also think that, considering there's no Persona Super Live concert this year, they might just go ahead and announce their upcoming Persona-related projects at this E3, such as, there's rumors afoot of
Persona 6.
not Persona 6, of
Good job.
something relating to Persona 3. Like maybe a remake, or like a, a PC version with the content from the PSP version as well as the updated PS2 version together in the same package finally.
That'd be interesting.
So I think that Sega is actually potentially sitting on a surprise upset victory if everything goes well.
Oh boy.
That would be a twist of fate, and I would be here for it because I really like Sega. They're kind of like an underdog company, and I kind of want them to do well, if at all possible.
Yeah. Wait, actually, I have a question. Did Yakuza 8 come out yet, or no?
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm being asked a question. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I guess I could continue on with the Sega thing. In my opinion, though, on Sega's the thing for E3.
All right, what's up?
As well, I was just about to continue what you meant. Like, well, not what what I think about Sega and E3. So, as things stand out, like we currently know little to nothing about Sega's E3 presence. But I don't exactly think that they're gonna be talking too much about Sonic, as much as I hate to admit it. Because they've already been like mentioning a few times. I don't know if they mentioned a few times that they wouldn't go making a new or they wouldn't go about making a new Sonic game for 2021. Maybe 2022, but I'm not too sure.
Confirmed 2022, if I'm correct. Like
Especially
the next mainline.
Especially for the 30th anniversary for Sonic the Hedgehog and all. It's kind of confusing. It's kind of a rough time for Sega as far as if I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of a Sonic Colors remaster, I think, because I think it's possible. I just don't know.
It's been leaked by an audio company, if I'm correct.
Probably. I guess they said the same thing about Sonic Adventure, but that also got deconfirmed if I remember.
I like I said, I think that they could have a good show. I don't I should have clarified earlier. I don't necessarily think that like Sega go out there and say, we have the next modern Sonic game and here's like a gigantic trailer and gameplay breakdown. I think if we get it, it'll be like the initial Sonic Forces teaser. If you remember what that was like.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
So CGI cutscene and maybe like 10 seconds of gameplay footage.
10 seconds of gameplay and a bunch of CGI that has little to no context until like a few months later they reveal like another trailer. It
really is depressing how sucky that game was.
Speaking of CGI, not to change the subject on E3, but regarding to Sonic in general, like I've been seeing, I'm gotta say though, there's a lot of good progress on the Sonic movie and the Sonic 2 movie. If I'm correct, if I'm being honest, I
hate Sonic movie.
No, I'm just saying the sequel and all that. I so far I think like all the progress that they're showing off seems to be it seems to be good from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, they've been doing a really good job with the Sonic 2 movie. I personally am not going to say anything like what's in it because there have been leaks going around and people might not want to listen to them.
I'm not gonna point that out. I'm not gonna tell anyone what's in the leaks. We're just gonna basically say that you're probably gonna like it if you end up like not paying attention too much of the leaks. Like, I think they don't deserve to get spoiled about that. But the internet, just be careful.
As for my personal opinions with Sega, Sonic is likely. I'm not gonna say it's really likely, but especially with what happened with Sonic Colors Ultimate, as what it's called. I think it could get revealed at E3. Maybe a new Sakura Taisen Sakura Wars game, I'm guessing.
That would make sense.
Yeah, but only issue, I'm not sure if it would come to America, because if I'm correct, Sakura Taisen is like it's like kind of exclusive to Japan. Except with the latest Sakura Tyson game that came out in like 2019, I think.
If the recent one came to be in English, I don't know why. I don't know why this one, a new one, wouldn't. Excuse me.
It came out a year later. And again, that's what happens with the Persona series. So, yeah.
Although Atlas is trying their hand at a global release for Shin Megami Tensei 5. Speaking of which, that could end up in Sega's show or whatever they're doing.
I will agree to that. But if that's going to happen, I want to say it would release in 2022. Q1, at least.
I also, like I said earlier, I think that it's possible that we see Valkyria Chronicles 5, and I personally want to see them move beyond the conflict that's covered in 1, 3, and 4. It's all 3 of these games are about the same war.
So then what's 2?
2 actually covered the war that followed that, right? That was like time skip 10 years later, stuff like that. But
That's
nobody liked it. Nobody liked it, so they went back. They went back and just covered different parts of the war because it was like it's basically like a fictionalized version of World War One.
Gosh.
So
they're gonna do World War II later.
Either they do 5 or they do a remake of 3, because 3 was trapped on the PSP and never released in English. And also 3 is oftentimes considered by fans the best one, so using the fan translation. Or I could be totally wrong on Valkyria Chronicles is a total no-show and the series died because 4 didn't sell as well. Which is infuriating to consider, considering this was a million-seller series, like a sleeper hit.
Yeah. Let me think. What about Square Enix?
I think I'll hate this show. I think I'll hate the show. Whatever it is, I think I'll hate it.
Reason?
Because I think it'll focus on Square Enix's Western output rather than anything from their traditional output.
I can see that.
Like, I think we'll see Life is Strange, we'll see maybe something Tomb Raider, we'll see other garbage that they would have put in that terrible Square Enix Direct lookalike, right? And we might, just to remind us, yes, this is in fact a Japanese company, we'll see a tease for one thing cool, and then not hear about it for 3 years. And also just and just for the spite points, the spite factor, the trailer that some people would want to see, a new trailer for Neo: The World Ends With You, something that they could very easily do. Yeah, no, I'm gonna sit this out here. I'm gonna predict this. This trailer will not be in Square Enix's main presentation. It'll be in the Nintendo presentation.
Okay. But here's the only issue. It's also coming to PS4.
Do you do realize that the remake of World Ends With You 1 was only on Switch? So that's absolutely the priority platform. Like, if you just look at the views breakdown, like the Nintendo YouTube channel trailer of that game, it has like way more views.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, that
You've proven your point.
You changed my mind.
Just the thought of it, though.
And then, what is it called? Then people have been saying Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 is gonna get a trailer. I doubt it. Reason is because today we just got a trailer for Remake Intergrade, and also that comes out a day before. Wait, I think a day before E3 or 2 days before. Check. 7 Remake Intergrade.
Well, Nomura confirmed that it's going smoothly, but they can't confirm much of anything. If FF7R Part 2, honestly, I think it's probably going to be something like Episode 2 or whatever. but whatever. Whatever the heck the sequel is, I think that if it shows, it'll just be like it'll be the 5-second teaser of something cool that I talked about. It'll be Metroid Prime 4 all over again. We'll get a title. It'll be like Final Fantasy VII Remake Episode 2, and I don't know what the subtitle would be.
Oh,
Imagine if they show Sid just for like 3 seconds.
Nah, they're not. All of a sudden, they show Kate Sith.
Give me playable Red
personally-
13.
Yo, that would be hype. That would be hype. Honestly.
Playable Red 13, yeah. Personally, I think it's likely. I kind of believe in Square when it comes to Final Fantasy VII Remake. In this case, that's all that needs to be said when it comes to that. Like, I'm just putting it out there. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't like hold out until like a later date or something. Like, if they had the time and if they already have this ready, then yeah, they should be good to go on E3.
It's a question. Dragon Quest.
Is Dragon Quest a show? Dragon Quest is kind of like Pokemon, where they kind of just do their own stuff. So I don't know if they would announce it here. Like, I have absolutely no doubt in the world that Dragon Quest 12 is in development. Like, no shit, it's in development. but is this the place to announce it? I don't think so myself. And that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, honestly. I got into Dragon Quest a little bit because of 11 and also because of Hero and Smash. But yeah. Finally, Kingdom Hearts.
No.
Yes, thank you. I hear so
No.
many people saying there's going to be a teaser for the next Kingdom Hearts game. They're really funny. Then again, what if Nomura just changed his plans or something?
I'm being called again. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Just
Like
gonna
for-
agree with him on there. No, not happening. Not here. Not now.
I mean, like, I feel like a teaser is a little likely. Not gameplay at all. It will still release in 2022 for the 20th anniversary. But as for like how do you call it? Like, as for like a teaser, possibly Kingdom Hearts Verum Rex, please happen, or Kingdom Hearts Union Cross remakes in the was it the Kingdom Shader engine, which is basically the engine that Kingdom Hearts 3 uses. That would be cool, in my opinion, because Kingdom Hearts Union Cross is ending in June, I think during E3. So that's sad. Base actually just said Melody of Memory DLC expansion. For that, I think Nomura-san said that there would not be anything else for Melody of Memory anymore. They would just go into the next game at all. Just like what happened with Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, the DLC on Kingdom Hearts 3. They are not going to do anything like that ever again. If there was DLC for Melody of Memory, I could possibly see a new team, a few more songs. For instance, like Pirates of the Caribbean or Big Hero 6 songs. But like for the new team, I would say like Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, Xehanort, and Xemnas maybe. And it would come out in like August or something for maybe $20. Oh, and even that. And honestly, I'm not sure. I don't think a Melody of Memory DLC expansion is happening.
I don't know
Actually-
what it was. I don't know why they made Melody of Memory, to be honest.
They wanted to make a rhythm game of Kingdom Hearts because, as you probably know, Kingdom Hearts is filled with rich music made by Yoko Shimomura. The fun fact is in the remix team for Smash Ultimate, which is cool.
Ironic, but I still
Yeah.
think it's unlikely.
And yeah, they wanted to make a rhythm game. They had the idea for years. But this time, they were actually able to integrate it into what happened after Kingdom Hearts 3 and 3 Remind. Which what happened was Sora went into Quadratum. He got stuck there because of Yozora trying to save him for later, or if Sora would defeat Yozora. Right? And Riku and Kairi and everyone else is still trying to find Sora. So there are like these 3 keys that Riku has with Kairi as well, and the nameless star we see in Kingdom Hearts 3, and then Riku goes to Quadratum, and then everyone else, like Mickey, goes to Scarlet Kylam and goes their own separate ways to find clues about Sora. With what I said about Mickey and what's his name, and Scarlet Kylam, School in the Sky, basically, that is kind of a hint towards something with Union Cross happening at the end. That the Union Cross leaders would probably like arrive in Xehanort's timeline or something, and something would happen there.
I'm back.
We can even we can even see that in Union Cross as well. Mickey was in Daybreak Town in Union Cross, so we know that something's going to happen there. Yeah, I went too much into Kingdom Hearts.
Oh god.
Yeah, let's shift it to something else regarding
Bandai
E3.
Namco.
People talking of Namco? Namco doesn't really do anything. Like, they let other people announce their junk, and once in a while it's something cool.
If anything, it's basically the support spirit to a primary spirit that is a different company.
Hello.
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 Oh,
Yes. So,
So what happened?
I'm not going to go into it. I just, if anyone watching doesn't know, I had a family emergency. Literally I wanted to get an episode in the live stream out today, and I was going, okay, that's it. We're gonna do a stream. We're gonna do a recording. We're gonna do it because WoW, as you guys know, noticed by the thumbnail, WoW's not here. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna speak about Smash and Nintendo and stuff. And yeah, that didn't go according to plan. So family emergency, but I'm here now. So.
Okay. We were talking about E3.
Well, just to catch you up to speed, literally, we were literally just still on the first topic with E3. We talked about Sega, we talked about Square Enix and all that stuff. Mostly, I still am kind of iffy with anything regarding Sonic or anything Kingdom Hearts related.
Did someone say Sonic?
Yes.
Oh no, it's Eggman! Sorry, Mike.
Oh, you know what? Can I actually get to that?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Is it okay if I could actually explain that conversation with freaking Mike Pollock?
Sure.
Okay, basically, apparently these guys on one of the streams, they thought I was having an argument with Mike Pollock. Yeah, they were laughing. I could tell they were laughing their asses off.
No, you was.
No, SpaceKing especially was laughing their asses off.
Oh no. What have I started? I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, so what ended up happening is that I wanted to basically post my predictions beforehand on Twitter, just saying, you know what, this is who I think it is, but I thought it'd be funny, I was like, you know what, I don't think Mike Pollock is actually going to respond to my message, so I ended up saying, like, Mike Pollock, any ideas on who it could be? I didn't mean to, like, do any reveals or anything, because I knew all of that. Like, I knew he probably didn't want to talk about it, so I was like, okay, maybe I may need to delete that message. And before I could do that, he ends up responding to my tweet.
Life comes at you fast.
And then some other people were
and
like,
the beat drops in last surprise.
Last surprise.
So it's like, you do realize the potential for awkwardness here, right? And then I'm like, well, I mean, you're not wrong. I just feel kind of awkward at that moment.
I don't know about you guys. I think Mike Pollard's got something to hide. Just saying.
No,
Well, I think
personally, that alone kind of brought down a bit of my like hype for Eggman, because not only did Pirate Mithra like basically just say no, screw you.
You mean Sky Bennett?
Yeah.
Okay, so the whole deal was basically for the longest time, she didn't know if she was gonna be in the game, and the reason I know this is because I'm in a Discord server with her, as well as being a moderator for her streams. Like, she never got the call, and some of us speculated that maybe she wouldn't be informed that she was in the game, like that they would just reuse lines from Xenoblade 2. And because of that, like, she basically just, like, joked about the Smash question. Like, it was just like, with no, like, whenever the fans would bring it up around her, because, like, she streamed out the Xenoblade games, like, of course, it's her big break. And, whenever fans would bring it up, like, she would just joke about it until it eventually happened, and, like, she played dumb the Nintendo Direct that it happened, even though she knew that she was in the game. Because she had gone in and recorded lines, like, 7 months prior to the Direct.
All I can say is Eggman Manor.
Freaking hell! Oh, that's a thing now. Is this what we're gonna go by? Okay,
Thanks.
So continuing what I meant, like, this wasn't because I wasn't trying to do it because I was trying to say, hey, let's get Eggman for Smash. So it wasn't no riot or any argument. In fact, there was no drama at all, because I was like. Because knowing about the problem with NDAs, I knew he probably wasn't going to reveal anything. I just thought to just, like, tease him a bit about it, but I didn't think it was going to go to the point where people's like, oh, it's a dumb people o'clock. Let's busy famous folks and ask them for potentially in the related information. So, you know. And then when I hear C&J's like, okay, Micro had an argument with Mike Pollock. I gotta talk about
I
it with
do
the
not
boys.
want you to speak about that, please, if possible. About what I said.
I don't think I'm not angry about it. I'm just like
I'm just feeling embarrassed. That's the issue.
trust me, we both are.
I mean,
Hey.
to be honest, C&J, you can't get more embarrassed than getting, like, you know, embarrassed in front of Twitter. You know, get the voice of Eggman. But that's cool. We don't have to go into it. But yeah, no, I just yeah, it was just kind of like a fun. I mean, to be honest, in your defense, if someone responded that to me, I'd be kind of like, whoa, voice actors responded. I don't think I'd even respond back.
Yeah, I feel like a fool right now.
Yeah.
But that episode though on the new podcast approaches, I watched that like almost 24/7, just repeating those same lines, just because I just love the fact that SpaceKing over here was dying his ass off. I
It
was
was funny.
I couldn't help it. It was just too funny. It was contagious.
All right. So let's get back to on topic. So E3. So what are you guys talking about exactly on E3 at the moment? Is it just games, or are you talking about Smash yet, or are you going to wait till the
We
very
haven't
end?
talked about Smash yet.
Okay.
Yeah, let's probably
we
save
talked
Smash for the
specifically about
end.
companies.
Smash for the end. Smash is always for the end, and regardless of what position it is, it's always at the end.
It all
Um,
moves to Smash.
Yeah. So whoever's talking first, continue. Like before we went on the, off the rails for a bit. Sorry. So someone can take over.
I think CNJ was talking about the potential for Kingdom Hearts to show up at the
Nope.
Square Enix
we
presentation.
finished that already.
Okay.
Actually, I was thinking of what's it called? Xbox. What would they
Oh.
do? Because it's really weird and interesting with them.
Xbox.
Xbox is the one that has something to prove going into this show.
Halo Infinite.
Yeah, this has to be a very good show for Halo Infinite.
I don't want Gary the Brute to come back. If anybody knows.
I know what that is. Yeah, I think that they definitely are looking to have a strong showing. I think that we might get a gameplay reveal of that new Fable game.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Fable. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And what is it called? Hellblade: Senua's Saga.
Yeah, the sequel.
Because that was revealed at was it Game Awards 2019, and we've not gotten anything about it for years. There's only a cinematic for that.
Yeah, that's probably a good. That's probably something that we're looking at showing up.
Oh,
By the way,
something
that
else.
game is one of the first titles that will be using Unreal Engine 5.
That's interesting. I never knew that.
I'll tell you something. How about this? Do you think there will be any remakes or remasters? This doesn't go for just Xbox, like any at E3.
Any remakes or remasters for
Anything, any like old game getting a remake or a remaster.
I mentioned before you got on here the potential of something like Sonic Colors Ultimate at the Sega video, whatever they're doing, right?
Isn't it like Sonic's? Is it Sonic's 30th this year?
Yeah. So basically, what I think it'll probably do is like, here's the remaster of Sonic Colors with a confirmation of the next mainline title for 2022.
Yeah, I agree.
Although in my opinion, I doubt it. It's just because of all of the stuff that's been going on with Sega, and it seems like they've been having a bit of a struggle when it comes to the Sonic games lately. Like, I don't know if they canceled on the idea with like, or I don't know. I think they deconfirmed like there being like a Sonic Adventure 1 remake or
yeah, that was a few months ago. Whether or not it's
and I think they said there wasn't going to be that many. I don't know if they said that there wasn't going to be much of any news regarding the game for the Sonic 30th anniversary this year, unfortunately.
Well, what you gone?
I also mentioned that along with that Sega show, they might do it. I'm pretty sure I'm the only fan of this series here. Valkyria Chronicles.
Never heard of it.
It's actually a pretty decently big series on Steam by Sega, like a multi-million seller. The fourth game released in 2018, so it's just about time for the fifth game. Or they could remake the third game, which was exclusive to Japan, and fans have only gotten to play via a fan patch translation.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something. I'm doing dopey. I can't think. So hopefully, I want to see Halo Infinite. I'm trying to think of like any Nintendo sort of games. Oh, that's what I was going to say about remakes and remasters. They said about. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard a remake remaster not come true. I could be wrong, like the ones I've heard anyway, because they said about Mass Effect. There was rumors with Mass Effect. I don't know if any of you played that. I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, and there's rumor going about, or fans wanted a remaster or remake, and there was rumors. It was first of all fans wanted it, then there was rumors, and now it's actually come true. It actually comes out on the 17th, I believe, and I've never heard like anything that's got rumors of like a remake or remaster not come true. So I'm thinking that we might get maybe a Sonic Adventure remaster. I doubt Sega would miss this opportunity to do so. So
it's possible. I just don't think it's very likely.
Yeah, no, that's the same. I think it's possible. I think we could see it, but again, I'm not sure.
Watch how people are gonna say, well, we need Sonic Adventure 3, which is never happening.
Well,
hey, that'd be kind of ironic. That would probably be a good reveal, to be honest.
Here's the thing: we kind of got 2 already. If you count Sonic Heroes and Sonic 06, but no, I do not.
We don't speak about that abomination.
Sonic 06 is not too bad. It's just the loading screens. That's what just killed it. It just takes 10 minutes to load like one scene.
It's not just the loading screen; it's the mechanics. Like a lot of them are just flat out broken. Literally,
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story and stuff.
I'm trying to play it for my first.
Excuse me. I enjoyed the story. Sonic goes. Yeah. Excuse me.
I didn't say all of it. I enjoyed some of the parts.
We are talking about a game where a hedgehog kisses a human female.
Did I say that was the good part of the story?
Are we forgetting the part where Elise gets captured like 6 times?
Yeah, that's the good part.
Peach.
That's character building. That is what you're on about.
Are we forgetting the part where they killed off Blaze after her second appearance in the series?
Oh! You just ruined it for everybody.
Let's see.
Not like anyone's
what
gonna
else
wanna
was
play
in
the game.
travesty?
Are you forgetting the part where they retconned Blaze's his backstory? Are you forgetting the part where Chaos
I didn't know
Control makes absolutely no sense?
I didn't
Are
even
you
know who
How
Blaze
about
was.
the part
before
where the
this.
Scepter of Dark? How about when Silver kept the Scepter of Darkness in the past? In
Oh yeah,
Silver
they created a
cutscene?
time paradox.
Yeah.
I didn't know
you
who
know,
Blaze was
if you
until
really
this
think about-
Sonic.
If you really think about it, like, if they had kept the whole time travel thing with the Chaos Emeralds from Sonic 06 into, like, future games, like, say, Sonic Forces, that would basically not only... That would basically be, like, in order to restore the plot, or basically to restore the world, instead of having to go with this whole infinite thing, they go time travel with the Chaos Emeralds, prevent Eggman from winning the entire thing, and it done. Like...
And not just that, what happened in Sonic 06, how is Silver still alive? Right? Because Sonic changed the past, I think, with Elise. So
The Sonic
Silver
canon
would
is-
not really be alive.
The Sonic canon is super bad. Like,
Yeah.
Especially with the fact
Poo-poo
that,
garbage fan fiction tier bad.
like, Sonic
But-
06 was supposed to be a reboot, but apparently, apparently all of this doesn't even apply to Sonic Generations, which counted Sonic 06 as canon to the franchise.
Creates another another paradox.
And
Oh,
what's funnier is that they keep Crisis City as something mainline in Sonic, when it should not even exist anymore because of what happened in what is it called, Soliana?
Yeah.
Because
Anyway,
at least the
we
Bandai.
got massively off track there.
I
Yeah,
know.
I mean, the good story about Sonic 06. Anyway, I
Other
think
remakes, Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts Union Cross possibly because it's ending before E3.
Mm.
Eh? With the Kingdom Hearts 3 engine. Honestly, I think it can happen.
What you mean?
Yeah,
I think
Remaking the mobile game?
Yeah, with Kingdom Hearts 3 graphics, like Kingdom Hearts 3 in a way.
Think CJ think.
I mean, there's a lot of story there to go over, and also the game structure in the mobile game is just like garbage.
I
Where
don't
they
think
just
they
like
even
revisit
wanna
the same
remake a
worlds over
spin-off
and
here.
over again.
Here's
They
the
just-
only issue. No, the only issue with that is, if you remember in Union Cross, there was a scene with Mickey, right? There's a scene with Mickey, and there's also like with Mickey where he like time travels into the past, and now because of Melody of Memory, we actually know why Mickey went there, because he had to go to Scarlet's Kylam to find out about the ancient Keyblade Masters, which are the Union leaders, right?
You just
For Dandelion.
ruined it for me now. I'm not going to play that game anymore.
Uh-oh. And also,
Even
some
so,
gameplay
I
of the mobile games are very important to the story. And what's happening with Union Cross now is after the final cutscenes, they're just gonna take away the game. They're only gonna keep the cutscenes, and the gameplay is not there anymore, which ruins a little bit of the experience. As well as making it accessible to everyone else, like what they did with all Kingdom Hearts games on Epic Games Store and other consoles, except Switch.
Someone
So
in the
that's why.
chat, okay, because we've been back and forthing from Sega and Square Enix, and that's our jam because we're like Nintendo fans. We're more associated with like Japanese side games, but we should talk about some of the Western games that are going to be at E3 too.
Yeah, you're right.
It was like the chat mentioned Ubisoft. Do we think Ubisoft's going to have a good show this year, guys?
I expect Just Dance 2022, which I personally am hyped for. Okay,
I hate Just Dance.
So Dave, what's good? They
Let's
started
go.
adding Israeli songs to Just Dance 2022, so I'm kind of interested if they will again this year. Maybe with
I mean,
a
I
different
don't
artist.
doubt that they would show off the new game for that, considering they find a way to squeeze it into everything. But
Yeah, they still put it on the Wii.
I think they stopped that actually.
No, they kept. They did it again with Just Dance 2021. They took it out from the Wii U, only kept it for the Wii, the PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. So they took off Xbox 360 and PS3 as well. Anyway, so it still makes it compatible with every other console except Xbox 360 and PS3, because you can play the Wii version on Wii U as well.
Just looked it up. No, it's not on the list of platforms on 2021. Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PC, and Stadia.
That's okay. I got that wrong. Apparently. Oh, but 2020 has the Wii. Okay.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Other stuff for Ubisoft. I heard someone say that they wanted was it called Watch Dogs Legions DLC or something? I'm not sure if it came out.
No comment on that.
I want a new Rayman game, but it's not gonna happen because I don't get what I want.
Hey, it's E3. It's basically video game Christmas. You never know. You can either go big or go home. You can either say it now and say that it's not gonna happen, and you can either make a fool of yourself in front of everyone, or you could be right.
Rayman for Smash really wants something Rayman. I honestly hope it happens for him.
We can talk about stuff as well. I've got to say, but it's not until later. I'm
Yeah, I'll talk about Rayman for Smash like later on until we get to the end.
Yeah.
Then I guess finally, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Microsoft.
No, we talked about that already. We talked about that already.
No.
It's Nintendo.
I'm waiting for Microsoft. I can't wait to see what else they're going to bring to the table.
Yeah, I didn't actually get to finish talking about what I thought would be on there because I got interrupted.
Oh,
Okay. Then, yeah, you can continue if you want.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Anyways, I said I thought that this is the show that Microsoft's going into. They have something to prove, right? If they go into this show and it is lackluster, like, I'm sorry to say, but it's gonna be in a situation where it's looking like a repeat of the Xbox One, where it's just like, yeah, you have this cool console, it's really powerful, it has cool features and stuff, but it's nothing my PC can't do. And I feel like Microsoft's problem is that they are pro-consumer to their own detriment. And because of that, they have to come out swinging harder than anyone else by default. As a result of that, with how many companies they've bought, I could see a Nintendo E3 2017 moment where they just blitz announcements, rapid fire of stuff that might not even be like coming for years, but just to prove that the Series X will be a better platform than the Xbox One.
I think you might be on something there. I think the only thing I can think Microsoft will have, the main thing would be Halo, but I don't know what else they'd have. All I know, we saw that thing a few weeks ago about Microsoft and Nintendo working something big together. It does make you wonder a little bit about the whole Xbox network. They're changing the name, but also free-to-play games no longer require Game Pass. Not Game Pass, like Xbox Live. Well, network instead of Gold now, because it used to be called like Xbox Live Gold, but it's going to be called Xbox Network. So instead of that, maybe the name change could mean something. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess we have to see. What do you guys think? Anything else with it? CJ, anything? Micro?
I think that we might get some old franchises pandered to, sort of, this Microsoft E3. Like, I'm not certain about Banjo. I never am. But if there's a year to say Banjo Remake's confirmed, it's this year. This is the year to say it. This is the year to say it.
Why would you remake a bad game like that?
I beg
kick you in the
pardon?
nuts.
Oh my gosh! The camera. He's talking about the camera, basically.
The camera angles are terrible.
Come on, man.
Terrible. But then I'm playing Banjo Kazooie. I did play Banjo Kazooie in 2020 on the Xbox One. So that's probably another reason. But as I said before, that's my hot take, and I know not a lot of people are going to like that. But yeah, the camera angles are terrible. But a big shout out to people back in the day actually managed to complete it legitly. So. Thoughts on Master Chief Collection Switch? I mean, I'll be happy. I'm a big Master Chief supporter for Smash, and I would love to have Halo Master Chief Collection on the Switch. Yeah, that's what I think.
What the hell, Microsoft man? This guy is out to troll me.
Microsoft mana.
Microsoft. I mean, it was inevitable that joke was gonna be made.
Everything with micro in his name is bad.
I remember you saying that.
Microtransactions, Microsoft, Micro mana.
Micromaniac. Sorry.
No, it's Eggman Maniac. Anyway.
Eggmania.
Yeah, so let me just have a look. So we better speed through this. I think E3 is just a big thing, but is anything else you guys want to talk about? Like, kind of wrap up very quickly, because I know we've been on, like, you said this is the very first thing, quite a long time. I think we need to just kind of right for this.
About Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo. Well, we know there's going to be probably a Smash reveal. There's no doubt there's going to be a Smash reveal. If there's not one, then there's something seriously wrong there.
I want to explain something actually about that of Smash reveal. It might be very interesting. I've noticed that for the past few fighters, about each 70 days we've gotten a new reveal, like from Steve to Sephiroth, then to Pyra and Mithra, and then this one. From 70 days from Pyra and Mithra is May 12th. Alongside other maintenance that we've gotten, a bunch of them. We have 6 maintenances next week, around the 12th. The only time that's the last day we can have any Nintendo news, anything big Nintendo news, before E3. And if they do not want to stop that whole scheduling 70-day thing for Smash fighters, I personally think that they can reveal a new fighter that day or something in that week, and then put the Sakurai presentations right after Nintendo's E3 presentation at E3, with also the Fighter 11 reveal at E3 as well. Just like what happened with the Nintendo Direct in 2019, where they announced Banjo's release date with the Sakurai Presents, and also Terry and Sans.
Well, what everyone's been speculating, and feel free to jump in at any point here, guys, when I say this. So everybody thinks, when's the next big event after E3? Is it Game Awards, or is it
Tokyo Game Show, Gamescom, Summer Game Festival?
So unless there's a Nintendo Direct or a Mr. Sakurai Presents, so there is a thing going around where because this is like the last big event until like if we have any other Smash, maybe next Smash news or characters or whatever.
I think we could have a mainline Direct in September.
You think so? Because like there's some people speculating that we will get a double reveal. What better way to reveal any Smash characters? Because everyone's all eyes on E3, all eyes on Nintendo and Smash having a double reveal. One saying, "Oh, this character's coming to Smash," and then it'd be like, "Yeah, Miss Sakurai present," or like it'll be like,
if it's a double reveal, then it's Demi Fiend and Dante.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
Also, just deconfirming it here. Calendar theory is garbage.
Never heard of it.
It's interesting. That to say the least. It's interesting.
Is that what CJ said, or is it different?
Basically, it's about like every single character so far in the DLC has been revealed on each individual month, and I'm saying that here now it's basically bullcrap, because if that were the case, then that would mean that we would have to get a character literally this month specifically, which is literally a month before E3. So
which
No.
I said as well. If you count the maintenance to 70 days, May 12th.
Yeah, but also if you guys watch Papagenos' video, which I highly suggest you check Papagenos because he's quite a good wealth of information. I do like how he presents himself. Actually, technically, canon to theory, it was dead when he said anyway, because he said I think Piranha Plant was revealed like in 1 month, but then released in another. So it depends on how you look at it as well. I think it was like so technically you had 2 character reveals in the same month, so that's dead in the water anyway.
Released in the month, not revealed.
Yeah, I can't remember what he said exactly, but yeah, apparently, yeah, that was dead anyway because even Papagino said that yeah, there was 2 reveals in 1 month anyway with Piranha Plant, whatever it was. But yeah,
go ahead.
yeah.
I was gonna say, you know, considering like it's Nintendo, and we should say Smash for last. Maybe we should talk about some of the other games that we think that Nintendo might show off before
Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, we won't tell the characters yet. All I was going to say is there's definitely a Smash reveal. Whether or not it's 2 or 1, we're going to have to find out. But we could, as you said, we could talk more about 1 or 2s or and whoever it is later. So, but yeah, so yeah, what was you saying, SpaceKing? What we talk about next? What did you want to talk about?
I was gonna say like we should talk about like our hopes and dreams for Nintendo's show that's beyond Smash. So I was gonna say, you mentioned like the prospect of like ports, remakes, remasters, that sort of stuff at E3. I'm kind of hopeful that we finally get the port to Switch of Xenoblade Chronicles X. I've been quite literally waiting for this for 4 years now. Like, this is like the last Wii U game of note at this point. There's a couple others, but like they'd be ridiculous to get over. Like, Fatal Frame 5 was built around the Wii U gamepad, so I don't know how that would come over. Star Fox Zero is just like the worst game Miyamoto ever made, so I don't think they want to bring that over.
Star Fox Guard.
Yeah, same. It's just trash.
Epic 52, if you want to count that.
I don't count the Zelda. I don't count the Zelda remakes. I consider those to be like in a different sort of league. I think of those as more akin to like just like they just happen to be on the Wii U, even though they were technically their you know, their own they were their own productions on other systems before the Switch, right? So I don't necessarily count that. I think that if the remakes get ported, like that has no bearing on the remaining Wii U games. I just think that the last one that's worth doing is Xenoblade X. And it's just have the whole series on the Switch. Like, come on. Make it like you can play the whole Yakuza series on Game Pass. Right, or you can play like almost the whole Final Fantasy series on PS4. Like, just make your series accessible, Nintendo, please. So there's that hope from me. But beyond that,
Metroid Prime Trilogy.
I don't know.
No,
That's complicated. There was a comment by the director saying that he thinks it would be complicated. But okay. There's a lot of misconceptions going around about this, considering that he hasn't been at Retro Studios in 10 years. So I don't no disrespect to him, but I don't think that he has any knowledge or bearings on the current state of Retro Studios. So yeah, I think that Metroid Prime Trilogy could still happen, HD version, but I for some reason, I just don't think it'd be this E3.
I want Star Fox Zero with Knuckles.
That is something that you would indeed say.
Star Fox Zero featuring Dante from Devil May Cry series.
Knuckles gliding with motion controls.
Yeah.
New funky mode.
I was about to say that.
I do feel like we'll get Legend of Zelda, but not as much. I think that will be because isn't it? I can't remember which one. Isn't Legend of Zelda do their own stuff, but also Pokemon do their own stuff as well? Isn't it? I know Pokemon does. I don't know.
Does stuff in the Nintendo Direct. Not really like Pokemon, except if you count like that Hyrule Warriors Direct from 2014. Then,
Well,
yeah, but
I just think we'll get something for Breath of the Wild 2 100% to hype up for something, it being like maybe a release date, or maybe there's another direct that will say they're tuning to so-and-so date for more Legend of Zelda. Hoping, because it's the 35th of Legend of Zelda this year, I'm hoping a collection of some sort. A lot of people are hoping for a collection now because they start this like 35th collection thing. Whether or not it is revealed at E3, who knows? But I'm hoping it will. I'm hoping it is, but I'm not saying it will be.
mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. Anything else, guys, or is that?
Donkey Kong. It's time. It's time.
It's about time. I'm joking.
It's time. We've been sitting here. We've been waiting for so long. For so long. I think that it's time for a new Donkey Kong game.
Please.
I think so too.
Maybe Kirby. I don't know. Did the Kirby games come out?
Kirby definitely. Kirby
like
3D.
Yeah. Or
Kirby hasn't done
of
much
Kirby.
since Star Allies or Fighters 2, so
Yeah. But more like a remake of a Kirby game, probably. I don't know. They need to.
No, it'll be a new Kirby game. I think it's safe to say a new Kirby.
yeah, they went all out with Star Allies, and I don't know how how Laboratory would handle that. So, especially with this much of time constraints. Also, not to change the subject about Breath of the Wild 2, but I mean, it hasn't been that long where they have told us that Breath of the Wild 2 would basically come pretty soon, but due to development cycles and all that, they had to delay it even more. So
Did they say that?
they did say it on the last Nintendo Direct, if I remember correctly. But they were like, so instead, just have a remake of Skyward Sword on Switch. So
July, near my birthday. Hopefully, I can still get it. I want those fancy-looking Joy-Cons. Yeah, so I think that's everything with E3. Is anything else you guys got? And if you have, I think we've got to try and be quick because we really need to get some other stuff if you guys want to.
So, anything else?
Well, for Nintendo, I don't know, but if we're gonna talk about Nintendo, I guess we gotta bring up Mario in this. I don't know if they're gonna bring up any Mario-related stuff.
Except Smash Brothers, because Mario's in Smash Brothers. So
Yeah, I don't think so because I mean they literally killed him last year.
Well, I think they've done a lot of Mario stuff this year, considering it's the 35th of Mario. Well, last year into this year, so I don't think we're going to see a lot of any Mario stuff for a while. Maybe,
there
and if so,
there is one thing for Mario that I could possibly see. Something related to Mario 35 coming back. Something.
Well, there was a survey. If you played that, you can ask for feedback, and a lot of people have been saying that actually to bring it back. So,
especially Pac-Man 99 is doing really well. Tetris 99 did amazingly well as well. And then Mario 35, every YouTuber played it. Everyone tried getting to level 100. And honestly, please bring it back, Nintendo. Please.
Even I played it and I liked it.
Yes.
Cool. All right, so I'm going to go off what you said, Microzone. If anybody else got anything, this is it. So we've got a new game reveal called Garage Game Maker. Looks kind of cool. I guess this is kind of, as someone said, Nintendo's version of like Dreams somewhat, and kind of like Mario Maker, but not Mario Maker. It hasn't got the Mario skin pasted over it. Looks kind of good. Can't wait to see what it brings to Nintendo Switch. I don't know when the release date is, and I don't know how much. Does anybody know?
$30.
I think it said in. I don't know if they said in July or August. I forgot.
They said it was $30. People say it's a good price
really
because there's so many nodes and a lot of stuff in it. But I just want it to be free, even though that's probably never happening ever.
No, it's a game developing software. So, as a game developer myself, or at least one in progress, I should know that this wouldn't be free. Like, if you look at things like Game Maker Studio 2, which I'm still gonna get my license back for, that costs about $100, and that's just for a license just permanently. A temporary one would be about $50, just the regular price of a freaking Nintendo Switch game.
So really, you could say that they're kind of being generous here. Although personally, myself, as much as tempting as it is, I'm still going to focus on actually getting a software where I actually can make my own game without having to be limited by another game to actually play on. So
All right. Yeah, so it'd be good. It looks interesting. I'll give it a go. But yeah, it's kind of something that's there. It's kind of interesting, but not on my radar fully. Because when I see some of the stuff they make, it's just like, this just kind of reminds me of Mario Maker. But I guess until it's in my hands, until I can actually get hold of it and play it, I won't know what it would be like. So hopefully it'll be good game. Hopefully, or game create some games.
I just spent $50 on dog money.
Oh no!
Oh gosh.
okay.
So
Yes, I've invested in Dogecoin.
oh,
It's going up, but like it's going up at a ridiculous rate. So it's just like, whatever. It's $50. If I lose it, I lose it. I don't really care. It's just $50. And what the heck? If it goes up to like $10, and I become rich, I guess.
yeah, for the podcast. Yes, for the podcast. If anything, no one else got anything to say about that, we move on to the next thing, which is a new Nintendo Cinematic Universe info. I don't know what that's about, but so we've got obviously Sonic and we got Pikachu, but we have to see. It would be kind of cool, but what do you mean by this, Micro? Because I see your.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I have heard a few news regarding that. Like, I don't know if it's about Illumination and all that. Like the guys that are working on the new Mario movie for next year.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
I know.
I think they also added like a new. I wouldn't say a new. I think it's the director of Illumination to be one of the head directors of one of the next projects. Like they could be doing a Kirby Netflix series or I don't know, something related to Zelda. I don't know. That's just what I've heard.
Yeah, they said they're doing other projects or something. And if you guys don't know, also Miyamoto is actually head lead. He's got like the whole responsibility of the movie. So he's going to be designing the movie, which is awesome. Because if Nintendo learn anything, it's don't let just anyone do your movies. Super Mario Brothers from ages ago.
especially if it comes to a director that's unfocused with his their wife or basically if you're having a director with another director alongside it that are in a relationship and are kind of distracted, because that the original guy who played Mario, was it Bob Hoskins? He hated how he was treated on there. So yeah, it was not only hell for him, but almost everyone in the cast. The only people that really liked it are Miyamoto, who thought it was fun, and I don't remember the other one. But there's a general. That's basically the long and short of why it was so bad. And
yeah, I was just going to say, like, gaming movies have just been bad in general. I mean, like, they've redeemed themselves now, obviously, with Sonic and Pikachu. I mean, I didn't mind Lara Croft movies, the one with Angelina Jolie. I thought they were not too bad, actually. But there's been others as well, like game ones. There's actually been a Far Cry movie. It's terrible. But I can't explain what it is, but there's someone who actually was doing I can't remember his name, but there was a reason why he was just doing gaming movies, but getting more money back from doing that, being terrible movies. For some reason, I don't know. It's like a loophole thing where you get more money back for being a terrible movie. Don't know how it works. There is a video somewhere on YouTube about gaming movies, like why gaming movies suck or something, or why does this guy make terrible gaming movies. So
I know that this is off topic again, but I already made like 10 cents. and you see people on the Reddit, it's just like, I can't wait to buy a Tesla.
Okay, that's funny.
The podcast is not sponsored by Tesla.
I mean, if Daddy Musk makes the line go up again, I'll be rich. So maybe. Because that's what he did on Twitter. He just posted a meme about Dogecoin and then it exploded in value.
But yeah, no. Going back to like the cinematic universe, I mean, it would be cool if they did something like this, the whole Avengers thing. But I don't think if they did a Smash Bros. Or Nintendo Cinematic Universe, cool, or a Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe would be definitely cool. But I don't think Sonic would be one of them. People say, "Oh yeah, they got Sonic, and then they got Pikachu now." It's like, no, I think they'll go with the main ones. They'll go with like Mario, probably Link, Samus, Kirby, Pikachu, just like the main 64. I don't think they'll do. I think they'll do. If it does well, then they'll extend it a little bit. But at the moment, I think it would be just like main 64 roster. I don't think it would be like everybody.
They're not making an F-Zero
We
movie.
already have Jump Force, which did the Marvel thing already, but with anime characters.
Yeah, but
They're
nobody
not,
cares
they're not
about that.
doing. They're not doing an F-Zero movie. They're not doing an Earthbound movie.
You never know.
No, neither of those two things are going to happen. So I'm going to throw this prediction out there. If there is a Nintendo Cinematic Universe, the Ness and Captain Falcon will be like the Hulk of such a series where he just appears in the crossover movies and nothing else.
No, what
And
it is,
I think that if there was a Phase 1, this would piss people off, but I think they'd do a Fire Emblem movie before those two.
what it is, what it would be, it would be Detective Pikachu all the time, but they replace Pikachu with Captain Falcon. Just a mini Captain Falcon running around. Come on, guys! A little mini Captain Falcon. Come on, come on with you.
And yeah, Jump Force is basically fourth-party Smash. Correct.
Yeah, but nobody cares about that one.
Come on. I do.
Jump
They
Force
also
is in
have
a
a
weird
rip-off tablet.
spot. Jump Force is in a weird spot because it's basically like
Good game and bad game at the same time, in a way.
no, it wants to be anime Smash Bros, but they only have the licenses to Shueisha's characters, and it shows because there's none of like, where's Guts? Where's Edward Elric? Where's Eren Yeager? Where are some of these iconic? Yeah, where are these iconic anime characters that just aren't here? It's because they only have the license to Shueisha. So it's like Smash Bros before they had third-party characters. So it's just like we have the big publisher, but but the one that you kind of need to have to make such a game work, but they don't have anyone else, and it's awkward.
Well,
And
here's the thing: we have there are a lot of rumors about a season 3 with 6 or like 5 to 6 more DLC fighters. Someone's thinking that someone from Asta's anime is coming, like a villain. Others think another JoJo character for some reason. Also, My Hero Academia character.
I didn't realize you were talking about Jump Force.
A lot of people want Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. A lot of people. So I can see that as well. But anything else? Like Kobayashi's Maid Dragon? The opening is good, but yeah.
Yeah, but let's not divert onto another thing.
We have someone spamming the chat.
It's okay, I got it.
Nice.
Per user in time.
Why'd you have to be that guy? Why? Got it. Nice.
Anyways, let's see what else is there.
Well, it's got Samus in Fortnite. To be honest, I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah, Samus was actually planned for Fortnite. There was actually document leakage for that.
It's another one.
So
That's okay. I got it.
We just don't give the attention seekers, stuff. Just ignore them, guys. Okay. Yeah. No. Apparently, there was actually John McClane was supposed to come to Fortnite too.
The heck?
Yeah. So
They said Epic Mickey, so I'm guessing it's a follower of mine for some reason.
Yeah. Well, we just ignore. Yeah, but yeah, it was like John McClane that never came. There's a lot that came true, but there's like others that didn't. So like Samus, John McClane. John McClane would be really good. I would like to see like a game 3D version of John McClane. That'd be quite cool. And he actually had his own game as well. Because I played the Die Hard games growing up, so which is kind of cool. I don't know if anybody knows what other characters there were. I didn't even see it, but I heard about it and I heard some names.
I have the doc here. Let me see if I can find it because I remember I had it.
And when doing that, I can. So, guys, would you play Fortnite or go back on Fortnite again if Samus was be able to buy on the Switch?
I still play it.
No, I don't want to play foot, but
Fortnite's not too bad. It's just other people just give it a bad rep. That's all.
I can't tell if this would be a miracle or a freaking abomination for. I can't tell if this would be a miracle for Samus or if it'd be like. I don't know if she'd be pleased to be on Fortnite. To be honest.
Neymar, Laserbeam, a lot of characters. Oh, LeBron James as well.
Laserbeam, has been. Yeah,
Laserbeam. Did you say Laserbeam? No, I said I said Laserbeam, not Gazerbeam from Incredibles.
Peter Griffin.
Oh yeah, Peter Griffin. There was actually a source sheet showing what his quote unquote moveset would be in Fortnite, and then The Rock as well. Let me see, there were other. Zion from NBA, J Balvin, and then a ton of different warriors. So Samus was one of them. And they're also trying to grow partnerships with a ton of different companies.
I'll tell you what, though, I've actually got some incoming breaking news as we talk about it, and we was going to talk about it in a minute, I believe, something to do with it anyway. It was going to be, actually, we're on it now, Samus Pan Fortnite. Breaking news from Nintendo Life, Metroid Prime Trilogy Switch port unlikely, says a former Retro Studios dev. Ooh, interesting.
We talked about that before, if I'm correct.
We talked about that. The developer hasn't been there 10 years.
How would he?
How would he know?
Interesting. Yeah, but then I said it's by Emily Rogers as well. Emily Rogers got a take on this. She says that she retweeted this and said, "To be fair, the entire internet believes Skyward Sword was impossible to port due to motion controls and Wii Motion Plus." See, I always thought Skyward Sword would be easy because in the Joy-Cons they have motion. They have motion controls. They have gyro as well. So whoever thought that is just. Is weird. It's something that didn't make any sense to me when people didn't think that would make no sense. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so we're moving straight on. Anything else before we move on? Because it's the main topic of today.
I think we covered just about everything.
Yeah, cool. Thank you, Space. CNJ's and Micro's muted, but CNJ. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next topic. Thoughts and predictions on the potential fighters and potential bonus fight. We done bonus fighter last week, or the week before, whenever we did it. We did go over it anyway. So if you guys want to check out that video, just check out the channel. It should be on there. Let's talk about what our predictions are. I think we've got predictions anyway. I think so. Let's just start off with 1 or 2 reveals at E3, and you think we're going to get 1 or 2 reveals at E3? I think that's the main question. And who do you think it is? And I'm going to say mine straight off the bat because I know. I think the Tales of series has said we haven't got Lloyd just yet. Lloyd Cusham hasn't come back, but I'm not saying it's Lloyd. I think it might. Wes convinced me as well. I think it'd be Yuri or something or someone. I can see it's going to be maybe something like Crash or Master Chief, something big, followed by Yuri or even Yuri first from Tales of, a Tales of rep and then a main character. But whether or not it's a double reveal or a single reveal, I don't know. What do you guys think? But then are my picks, and I think we're going to get maybe a double reveal at E3 because we was talking about earlier, when's the next big thing, and yeah, I think it's going to be both fighters here. And because then if the last character is a big character, why would you have just in a Nintendo Direct when you could have it at E3? So what do you guys reckon? I'll let we go in order. So Micro, SpaceKing, and then C&J.
Well, in my personal opinion on what I think so far, I haven't really thought of a concrete thought about it, but I was gonna mention earlier while we were talking about the dumb calendar theory that I ended up basically debunking along with Papagenos apparently. I did end up creating a theory of my own, and that's kind of what gives me the idea of why I think these characters would be in. So, because there's a whole freaking pattern going on with a bunch of the characters, which I know color theory is a bunch of crap. I'm just saying, apparently this was to no coincidence to me, and that got me thinking, what characters can I think of that would be very likely? People have been speaking about Lloyd because he's the only me that hasn't been turned into a fighter yet. And I think because I know that there's a whole bonus fighter thing that's going on, but I think even though Waluigi would be the best bet for that, I think that he'd be best for as the last DLC for the whole fighter pass too, in my opinion. As for the bonus,
what did you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you cut out there for me. I didn't hear what you said.
I simply said that, in my opinion, I think that for the next two fighters, because of a whole theory that I thought up, and that would give me a good idea as to what I could at least expect. I was thinking, if this is the case, I'm thinking it's probably just going to be Lloyd first from Tales of Symphonia, then there's Waluigi as the last character, and for the bonus fighter, I honestly think even though Waluigi would best fit that, would best fit. I did hear so much about the Rayman thing with the whole message going on from Nintendo. I don't know if they'd be lying to their fans, so I don't know if that would possibly be the supposed bonus fighter, in my opinion. So it could be Rayman as well. But even though it's not a Nintendo IP or anything, this is kind of what I have in my mindset. Just going off of theories is speculative only. This is just what I think.
Okay, SpaceKing?
Well, I feel like I go over these opinions every single week at this point.
Hey, people love them.
Maybe.
You could just run through them quickly if you wish. Like me, I just run through quickly mine and say, check out along.
It's I don't want to be a killjoy or anything like that. I think that it's interesting because if you guys don't know, Nintendo just released their quarterly financial information.
Oh yeah.
And in said information, they specifically highlighted Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's DLC. And they said, like, this is one of the driving forces behind our digital initiative. And every time, that's the same story. We see this every single time. Where we get to this, and then they bring up the sales numbers. And I think that because of how important Smash DLC currently is to Nintendo, we keep talking about, like, this is going to be the end. I don't necessarily think so.
So you think we're going to get a third Fire Pass reveal?
I think that we might get one character, and then Fighters Pass 3, and whether or not Sakurai is involved, I think it'll be announced. Like, for example, if Sakurai is done, he says, I'm moving on to other games, then it'll be announced here.
Okay. CNJ, what do you think?
One fighter bonus, because Smash Ultimate's code literally cannot handle any other fighters. It's stretched out more than it can. And as for stages, it can only add like 3 more after the second Fighters Pass. So I think there is a bonus.
I mean, we're not developers. We're not developers. We don't. There's no reason, like, the coding wizards over there who made Steve work on every single stage couldn't find a way to make new character code without breaking everything.
Like, the game would just crash. Sean Hicks
just because we don't understand how the game works. modders don't it took Brawl people like 7 years of reverse engineering to add characters. We're not at that point with Ultimate.
I think just to jump in, CJ, before we carry on, I think that's a good point what you said as well, Space, with the whole Minecraft and Steve making him work on every single stage. So, like, you know, and I think that actually debunks that, saying that, I know you said about stretching it out, but I feel like that debunks it. I mean, you're right, you can still stick that by that, though, CJ. I'm not saying you're wrong or anything, but you can stick by that. But what yeah, that's a good point though with you, what you said, Space. They've done all this with Steve. Surely if it's stretching anything, it would have been when Steve was, you know, had his mind on every single character. But yeah, so I didn't think about that. So surely the game we should be lacking now, but you know. But yeah, go on, CJ, continue.
I think I finished.
Oh, you don't want to see your stuff again or anything?
Oh no, it's okay.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
I think that they might just go. I think they might just do DLC for the rest of the generation and just like, we're heading straight to the moon. 100 characters, boys.
That would be good. I mean, that must have crossed their mind. Surely, that must have crossed their mind. So, would you say?
There's one thing I do want to point out, not to interrupt anybody, but I guess if when it comes to Smash Bros. DLC, I think Sakurai and his team are really going at their best to try to get these fighters done as soon as possible, and especially with the fact that Sakurai confirmed himself that making these sword fighters would be a lot more easier in terms of development and.
They've got the same bloody moves.
I'm not saying the whole roster is going to be filled with swordsmen and everything, but if you really think about it, if I'm kind of thinking that Lloyd and Waluigi would be the best fit, because if you really think about it, Waluigi's racket kind of is considered as a melee weapon basically. So it wouldn't be too different from making a sword fighter in this case.
Well,
It's funny to think about, but I thought I'd bring it up.
That's how to get shot by someone in the Waluigi subreddit.
So, Micro,
Probably.
did you say a bonus character or not? You didn't say one, did you?
I did.
Oh, you did. Who do you think the bonus character is?
Because of the whole Rayman message thing, I think that could be a possibility to be Rayman himself if Waluigi is in the regular Fighters Pass 2, or the last one in that, and maybe it's just a double reveal at E3.
Well, that's very interesting to say that, because, Space, you said maybe Master Chief could be a paid extra DLC character, so you kind of may be on the same page there with that one.
Yeah.
That's what you said, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, it's interesting that Micro says Rayman, so it's not just, like, I'm not just saying he's the only one that thinks it might be just other than a Nintendo first party, so that's just very interesting. Also, breaking news, this was on the 7th of May, well, I guess yesterday, well, for me, it's just turned midnight and 20 past, in the morning, midnight. There's the news Nintendo Switch Lite Blue unboxing color comparison, and when you go into like 14 seconds in, there's a new render of Waluigi sticking out his tongue because they're using a Waluigi amiibo from Mario Party. Okay, that could be nothing, but also I said to the guy, that's a new render of him. But I've also said this to the guys as well. Some of them may know Nintendo Europe and America and even UK are doing something really weird. Is they're tweeting. I know C&J, they're just mucking about with the cropping because the cropping feature on Twitter is gone, but they're tweeting out like Mario characters though, in particular. If it was just like random characters here and there, I mean, again, could mean absolutely
That's
nothing.
done over there.
Sorry?
That there's a meme about Nintendo's Twitter and media presence.
Yeah, so it could mean nothing, but just tweeting out just literally Mario enemies and characters is really weird. And now we've got Waluigi on the unboxing light blue Switch. Take it what you will. So, I mean, as I said, I feel like we are going to get a bonus character. I mean,
honestly, I think they might just be teasing Super Mario Party 2.
Maybe we have to see, but I really think I really think the bonus character is Waluigi. I don't think we're going to get a third fight pass. I think bonus character is going to be Waluigi, and it's going to be Yuri. And who did I say before? I can't actually remember.
Well,
I think you said Yuri in a Nintendo character.
Yeah, I thought it was something maybe like Yuri in a Crash or Master Chief, something big. I don't think it'd be anyone other than that. Because I don't think we'd get
a question. Is Waluigi a Western IP or a Japanese IP? Or
Camelot Soft made them, which is Japanese.
Because I was about to say that. I was gonna say that Lloyd and Waluigi would kind of be one of the. If there was a dual reveal, I think that would be the best bet because that would also apply to both the. I don't know. I guess you could say
for Waluigi, like a dual reveal, the only one that I could think that works is Isaac because they're both made by Camelot Soft.
I'm just saying to apply to or to. I'm just saying to. I guess you could say. I don't know. I was saying the word now. I just forgot it.
Sorry.
Just to appeal to both the Japanese and Western audiences, both in North America and all that stuff. If we're thinking about this in a more different perspective, like they did with Hero and Banjo, which was both a Japanese and Western IP, that's kind of the perspective I'm having here. If you get what if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I think it's going to be Yuri and probably like another name. But yeah. So I think
reminds me because you guys kept bringing up Yuri, which is a Namco character. Namco's E3 stuff. I forgot to mention this earlier. I think that we're probably going to get a trailer for the new action game they're developing, which is Scarlet Nexus. But that's beside the point.
Yeah. I can't think what I'm saying. I'm lost. My train of thought is completely lost. Yeah, I can't think. My brain's going completely blank. Yeah, no. So E3 is June the 12th.
Yeah.
Is it June 12th? Is it? All right, cool.
Yeah.
So until then, so yeah, we'll have to find out who's going to be revealed and stuff. So yeah, that'd be quite interesting. All right, so we're going to wrap this one up, boys.
Woo!
So yeah, thank you guys, everyone, for watching. And honestly, to talk about E3 and everything else that's happening in the gaming world has been a lot of fun. And we shall see you next time, hopefully next week. So yeah, bye guys.
Among Us for Smash. Among Us for Smash.
Among Us. God.
And